St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care was founded in 1983. And at that time, the purpose of it was to provide community-based care for people who had chronic disease of various sorts, and they were at risk of being prematurely institutionalized. And I was director of rehabilitation for the Sisters of St. Francis at that time. And I thought, well, they get such wonderful care and they never have to be removed from all that was familiar to them. Why can't we provide that same care for people in the surrounding neighborhood who are at risk and bring them to a place where they can get a bath, they can get therapy, they can have friends and a nice meal and have a normal life? People often ask me, how did you come about taking care of children as well as adults? Well, the concept of adult daycare was working so well, it was so successful that it grew and grew, and I had a lot of adult clients and I had to hire more staff. And these staff were generally single moms or moms with children, and when the children were home from school, they had to stay home and I lost my staff. So I said, well, why not bring the children with you? So I knew then we were going to do an intergenerational daycare. And so we did.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what they did. I knew they served the community, primarily the south side of Milwaukee, with daycare of all ages, but I really didn't know what that meant. And as I got involved with St. Anne's, I really saw the impact that St. Anne's had on things that you never think of. For example, many people would come here needing baths. Bath, wow.
Bill Riley of Badgerland Idealease has not only made an impact being on the board, but he also has gifted us many times financially. I mean, I'm sitting in a room that's an overnight respite. Can you imagine how hard it is for caregivers to take care of a loved one and not to have some place to put a loved one for short term so that they can have a vacation or just have a little break from caregiving? Bill Riley understood that. So Bill Riley financed and funded one of these rooms called the Irish Tremor.
We have 8 rooms here. They're very, they just look like a natural bedroom, the chest, a big bed, and people can bring their loved one here so they can get relief. I really thought of my mom when I got here because my mom had a tough time. She had a stroke and it was a challenging time in our life. And I wish we had something like this that we could have brought her. So I got pretty focused on that, and Sister and I talked about it, and we donated a room from Tremor, which my mother's father is from Tremor.
The enthusiasm and passion that Sister Edna has for doing good in the community and making the world a better place are really inspiring and challenging for me. I've had a couple of opportunities to meet her and to see her in action, and it is just incredible. She is always in top gear, and she's fired up, and she really cares. I really admire her and what she does.
One day, a woman called and says, I have to get the furniture out of my apartment really soon because I'm leaving. Come and pick it up. Well, you can't just get a truck overnight. So we called Bill, and of course he calls Badgerland Idealease, and the next day we had the perfect truck. So we went out. This was beautiful furniture, and we are now putting it into the new overnight respite on the north side. So it saved us a lot of money.
She says we have to grow. We have to go forward. Okay? Well, the poorest zip code in the state of Wisconsin is in the heart of Milwaukee, and it's in a horrible neighborhood. And Sister came up with this idea that we're going to replicate St. Anne's in this neighborhood.
To trust again that we can build in the poorest area of the state and build something so beautiful in the midst of such blight. So he again donated and believed in us, and it stayed with us.
The responsiveness, expertise, and stability has allowed us to serve the needs of St. Anne's in a small way, but you know, we really live by those values.
You know, just being able to do this video has helped me to understand what Idealease does and their values, because they're very much our values as well. So it's been a wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
You know, there's a saying that you get much more than you give, and that's so true with St. Anne's and what they're all about.